Hello and welcome to Game Reactor Live. Nick here, Dóri on my side. It's that time of year again, close to Christmas, and that means it's Game of the Year time.
Yeah, the hardest time of the year when you're trying to remember all those great games that you played throughout the year.
And play through all the ones you missed.
Yeah.
The votes have been counted, and of course, I think all the countries have their own Game of the Year, but we have asked all the editors and freelancers and everything who wanted to participate and counted the votes from them, so trying to combine forces and have an interesting list. I think there was something like 40 games that was voted for in all. And today we're streaming our number 5, which we will reveal in a little bit. Tomorrow number 4, Wednesday number 3, Thursday number 2.
And guess what? Friday number 1.
Yes! So we'll see if it'll be GR Friday nights, sort of, on Friday. We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, before we start out, we thought it would be fun to go through our 6 through 10. Just show a little clip from each.
Yeah, the runner-ups.
Yeah. As I said, there's plenty more games that got voted for. There's a lot of cool games coming out, and I think we all have games that we feel like should be on this list, but that's the way it is when you have to, decide together. Yeah.
Yeah. But what we will also be doing throughout the week, we will be playing short video clips from all different editors in the network, giving their own personal game of the year. So a more like what they played and what they liked the most. So you can get a little bit more personal feel, because a lot of the time on the sites, the game of the year list tends to be, it is the greatest games, but
it is like what we're doing now, where like we voted and we have to combine. Okay, these are probably the best ones, but we all have our games that we like more than that, and that's the way of showing.
So this here is like the consensus, and then we'll show the short clips from different editors that wanted to participate of their own personal highlights of the year.
And they will go up as videos after, and more should go up between Christmas and New Year's. As much time as we have to make those.
Edit them.
Yeah. So we'll, again, let us know in the chat. It would be fun to hear what your favorite game of the year is. Maybe comment on what you think of the games we're going to play now. And,
but so, starting up.
This is number 10.
10th place.
And we're not going to say what it is. We're just going to run the trailer. So if Lasse, are you ready? Yep. All right, here goes.
That wars are only won upon the anvil of honor.
Others believe victory requires strategy and a mastery of power.
War is deception. A game played best from the shadows. Only strength and raw power can assure total dominance.
But of course, you could forget all that and just have fun! Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft.
So yeah, that was number 10.
Yes.
Hearthstone.
Yes.
Full title?
Heroes of Warcraft.
Yes.
You just said it.
There we go.
Yeah, so that was number 10.
I actually was surprised. I thought this would go higher on the list. This is not one of my personal highlights because I haven't really played it at all, but it has had a lot of buzz throughout the year.
I liked it a lot. As you thought it would be there's been a lot of talk. It's funny, we've had games, and also now that I've collected the votes, like games that people talked a lot about and got high grades and all that, and you thought, okay, this is going to make it, but then in the end, maybe people changed their mind. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it, so it's good to see there.
Yeah. And then we'll go for...
See if I can remember.
The phone is locked.
I'm pretty
Fingerprint.
I'm pretty sure I know, but I better check so I don't run the wrong trailer.
But yeah, so going for 9th place.
Yes.
In the consensus of the Game Reactor editors.
Yes.
Let's take it away.
I should have been here. They're going to call us marauders, terrorists, or worse. I'm sorry. I promised you I'd never get back in one of those damn machines again. If you're looking down, I hope you understand. We left everything behind. Hell, getting here was just the beginning. said it would be tough to start over, but I didn't listen. You said more would follow. I thought they'd leave us alone. I was wrong.
All right, so that is Titanfall.
Yes, 9th place, Titanfall, the new IP, shooter IP that came this year.
The old Call of Duty guys made their new studio, and this is what they ended up making. This was just outside my top 5, actually Hearthstone as well. And it's like, I think I don't have an Xbox One. I didn't end up playing it enough that I feel like going for it, but I'm really looking forward to see where this goes, and a lot of cool. The wall running is what I'll remember this game for.
Definitely. Parkour, shooting done right.
The pace of all shooters this year I feel like have gone up. So really cool, and happy to see those guys continue to innovate and do cool shit.
Definitely.
All right, so let's cut away and we'll find the next one. All right, see, we got it there. So, again, I better double check the list. All right.
Oh, interesting.
See here. We should be able to see what game this is pretty fast. Are we ready?
Yes, let's cut to it. So 9th place. So yeah, 8th place.
Checking if they're ready out there. 8th place, Forza Horizon, another Xbox exclusive. Quite interesting. I feel like in the past, like Xbox has been more of the multi-platform console, and it all depends. But a lot of people then like the first party from Sony this year. There's
been a lot of very nice first party titles for the Xbox One. Forza Horizon 2, of course, developed by another studio.
And
also taking I mean, it's the Horizon series is a very different flavor to the normal Forza series.
Yeah.
And in Forza Horizon 2, they just did pretty much everything right.
Again, also this is of course first party. Titanfall is not first party, so potentially that could, end up the sequel could end up being multi-platform.
Titanfall,
And so far very different games. We'll see what our number 7 is. All right, we're ready, Lasse? We'll cut away. Yes. All right. Number 7. Let's see what we got here. Start around here.
Yes.
Put on the headphones.
You can't miss this. So
we called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy. A darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything.
That is, until I found you.
Yeah, so a surprise.
The real game of the year.
I think this is proof that the votes were not tampered with, and that Nick, who took in the votes and tallied the scores, the fact that this game is number 7 is proof positive that the list was not tampered with. The vote is real. Destiny.
I'm sure if this had been even in the top 2, top 3, I'm sure I would have gotten comments. Oh yeah, really? Let's check those votes.
But yeah, Destiny number 7. I can already see the chat exploding with this being a controversy. Sandcliffe basically filled out the screen with a no. But hey,
that's why we have the personal ones. I might do a video as well. We'll see what ends up being number 1 on that list.
Yeah, I wonder what that could be. But yeah, Destiny, of course, new IP from Bungie came out this year. There's been some controversy about that they didn't quite deliver what they were promising.
Yeah.
I think you nailed.
I had the opposite.
But also I think you nailed it today when you were talking about the trailer. Kind of promised that this was like a first-person Mass Effect.
Oh yeah.
But what they delivered was a first-person Diablo.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what the whole issue is about, because a lot of people are complaining about the story, not enough open worldness, stuff like that.
It's actually really interesting with that, because I don't know if you remember when Diablo 3 came out. A lot of people were really annoyed by some of the similar things that people are annoyed with Destiny, and now like a year or two later, people are really happy with Diablo 3. They changed it, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is in a year if Destiny goes through the same thing. I think a lot of people were disappointed. A lot of people didn't end up playing it a lot. Other people ended up playing it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Some too much.
But it has everything that you like. It's a tight shooter, nice progression system, a lot of looting.
I get loot and I get to shoot.
And of course, it's all about the multiplayer.
Yeah, and it's both PvE and PvP, and having progress is really cool. Getting a cool gun one place and then getting to use the other is really cool. And having fun with other people. I've really enjoyed playing co-op and also shooting other people. So yeah, but let's jump to. I could talk about this forever, but let's jump to number 6. All right, so we're getting there. I guess there's only one left. Oh yeah, I like the diversity in these games actually that we're getting here.
Especially with the next one coming up. I just played it finally last week.
I'm gonna play it over Christmas. Is my plan. Yeah.
But let's run it. Let's jump to number 6 on the list.
To my dearest friends, through the evil noise of artillery, tanks, and planes, I remember our adventures, our friendship, and your pain. My closest friend, Emil, in your twilight years, you came to fight.
Yeah, so number 6, Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Yeah.
Now, this is a game that surprised a lot of people. It's kind of a nice move that I like seeing in the industry is these kind of sort of smaller indie games, but being published by a big developer.
Specifically within Ubisoft, it's sort of, I don't know how the setup for this was. I actually remember seeing this at an event in Paris, where they were showing all the big stuff. It was before Watch Dogs came out, showing that. And then there were this little corner that had this and was like, what the F is this? This is amazing. And how like the guy who made Far Cry 3 got to make the other Ubisoft small game. What is it again?
Child of Eden?
Yeah. No, Child of Light.
Not Child of Light.
Yeah, and then like you see in the film industry, where people get to make their small projects by making the big ones that fund sort of them, and then they get to do these smaller projects, which is so cool.
Yeah,
we need both.
But like I said, I finally played this game last week, and I sat down and I was going to play for like an hour, and then I finished it. I couldn't stop playing it.
How long is it?
I think I finished it in about 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, perfect. That's like a good evening for me. I'm going to do this over Christmas, play this and Child of Light. I'm both missing, and that's again the thing with this list for I think a lot of people is we're missing a lot of games. You can't play through all 40, 50 games that were voted for. So. Yeah, this is a good way of knowing which games to catch up.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of indie darling type games. It's lovely art style, heart-wrenching story, and I mean the gameplay is pretty simple, but functional and fun. So I really recommend that. Actually, before I turned in my vote, I hadn't played this already.
No, and that's the thing.
It might have been different.
That was what I wanted to say with that is, of course, as we can't all play all games, there's some games that maybe I would have voted for if I'd played it, but that's the way it is, and it's a good way with these lists to actually figure out what other people really liked and see what you should play, instead of being evil about why is this on the list and all that.
But now we're going to be moving on to number 5, but let's rehash the list.
Yeah. So number 10, this is the overall GRTV Game of the Year, voted by editors from all the different countries. Number 10, Hearthstone: Heroes of Warcraft. Number 9, Titanfall. Number 8, Forza Horizon 2. Number 7, Destiny. Number 6, Valiant Hearts, The Great War. And now we get to number 5, which we're going to play today.
Yes, we need to switch out the HDMI over there.
Put this down. All right. The excitement.
You can see the reflection, so maybe you should reveal it first.
Oh. Or we can do this.
We can block it.
Ah.
We'll see, but then maybe people will find out then.
Yes.
All right, so do we do a 3, 2, 1, Lasse, and then we cut in the graphics on the screen?
Yes.
Let's do it.
So,
drum roll.
So, the GRTV Game of the Year number 5 for 2014 is 3, 2, 1. Mario Kart 8.
Yes.
Yes. For that, of course, we need the bulkiest controller ever. I'll let you.
We should go back to
take
the
that
menu here. Yeah. So a game that actually it ended up being my number 6. It was just like Titanfall that I feel like I haven't played enough to like really put it over the other games. I don't have a Wii U and I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah,
so
but as soon as you
but
sat
that
down
was
with
one
it
I wanted to
today,
get to.
you were like, I want to buy it now.
I actually went over to my computer after playing one race and was like, how much does a Wii U cost? I want a Mario Kart now. The other thing is like I feel like this is actually best with local co-op, and I think a lot of people with adult lives, it's hard to catch up. That's the good thing about, you know, this has online multiplayer as well, which we'll jump into. If you have it at home, let us know, then we can play against you. But why something like Destiny and Titanfall and some of those games are great is I can play with my friends, even though it's hard to meet up. You know?
I was a bit disappointed that the adapter that came for Smash Bros. That has the GameCube controllers doesn't work.
For people who don't know, Nintendo's made an adapter you can plug into a Wii U, and then it has room for 4 GameCube controller plugs, so you can play with the old controllers wired.
But that doesn't work with Mario Kart. I hope that's just a matter of
a
firmware update or something.
It sounds like it isn't.
It won't.
Maybe like a hack or something. But yeah, you can use the Pro controller, which I think I would. We're gonna play with the gamepad. The other thing is like you sort of need this anyway. But yeah, I think I'll start out with playing a race. This is just a new copy. I've played the first Grand Prix, so we haven't unlocked a lot. So I think I'll play through one of those and sort of show off how that is as well. That's the classic thing. I don't know if I should actually switch to 100 because 50cc was pretty easy. Even though
that's a bit of a inclination of just how good this game it is. I think 2 copies have disappeared from the office already. So we had to buy a new one.
All right, let's see here. Don't force me to use this, please. So how do you feel about Mario Kart? You seem pretty positive on it as well, without putting it in your top. But
yeah, I mean I didn't put it in my my top list because simply haven't played it enough. I haven't played it since we got trounced on the live stream by Lorenzo and Fabrizia.
I will note that we used not proper controllers and without practice. I will beat Lorenzo and Fabrizia in the future, and David as well.
Yeah, but as soon as you sit down with this game, it's like, oh yes, it's Mario Kart and it's proper.
It's so good.
It just plays so fucking well.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe I don't know. It seems kids love it today as well, but it does remind me of playing in 64 when I was a kid and having friends over and playing with them and all that, and sit next to each other and you tease the guy you beat, and if someone is beating you, you punch him, or something. It's so much fun, and it's like there's skill, but there's still the goddamn blue shells that screw you over, and like it's a good racer, but then there's cows running. This is actually a Nintendo 64 classic. That I liked. They've updated the old maps a little bit. I think it's half of each of new ones and old ones that are mixed up in the cups, which is pretty cool. They brought back the coin thing, which wasn't in 64. It's been in some versions. A lot of characters, like in Super Smash Bros. Not as many, but a lot of characters. So we have like Mario and Mini Mario and all kind of characters. So it's pretty cool.
And then of course you have the different modes, the brawl.
I would say that's the one thing that besides that, I still think Nintendo has some stuff to do with with the console and the online experience. It sounds like it's gotten a lot better. The main problem with this game for me is that the battle mode is basically screwed up.
Yeah.
It's not the arenas, it's playing through the levels, which makes it a little bit weird and not as fun. But the races are still super fun. Yeah, and playing with friends. And now we have online. We have that in the Wii version as well, but that's maybe the one thing that the older versions are missing. And they brought in. I haven't checked all the maps, but Blue Shell. They brought in a lot of the old good maps and updated them a little bit as well. And actually, one thing that they put in this one, which I think is cool, I haven't really gotten to play a lot with it, is there's a counter for the Blue Shell actually. Oh. You can get this horn, which if you use it at the right time, you can counter the Blue Shell.
Oh, nice.
The thing is, though, you need to get that.
And then you need to keep it.
And then you also need someone to fire the Blue Shell at that time. I've gotten a horn a couple of times, but then no one got the Blue Shell.
Yeah.
So it's like... But I like that. There's a counter for everything now. 100 seems a bit easier as well, but we'll see. It's the first couple of maps. Yeah, and you also unlock more characters by completing the Grand Prix and all that stuff. It's cool. And they have the star system as well, where you get more stars. So at least for me, that made me in some of the older ones. It says here, this is a GBA game, just from the GBA game. But like I played through some of them on Wii, where it's like, oh, I actually completed the cup and on the next one, but I didn't get 3 stars. So I need to get that and all. So there's some progression that way that is fun to play for.
And of course you're playing as Luigi.
Yeah, I actually played as Yoshi earlier in the old days, and I don't even know if they're the best anymore, because now it's just, that was what I always played with. Yoshi was the one if I had to compete. He was the best for me. I did the best, so if I felt like this one I need to win and there's some competition, I play with him. But I prefer playing with Luigi because he's fun. He's my favorite. And I generally could win with him anyway. So, but I feel like Yoshi is a little bit better. But I like there's some tactics in that, even more here with the new ones. I remember that in the GBA version as well, and on Wii, where you can choose if you want, what kind of cart and what kind of wheels and all that you want, and so you can choose ones that are faster on track, but then are like, this is like the standard that are like overall normal, medium, whatever. You can choose ones that are more for track, but they're not worse outside if you go outside the track. You can choose ones that are more off-road, and just like you can choose, the smaller character like Yoshi is faster acceleration, and someone like Bowser is slower acceleration but has a better top speed, and also if you bump into each other, he will sort of bump you out of the way.
Yeah.
There's some tactics in that. And then, as I said here, they brought back the coin thing, so you can collect up to 10 coins, and then you drive faster the more coins you have. If you get hit, you drop some coins.
Yeah. People in the chat are asking each other what their top 5 are.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that. So if you're in the chat, post your top 5 of the year.
And especially if you have Mario Kart in there, I'd like to hear, or if you have some good Mario Kart memories.
Yeah.
This is one of those streams where it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, it's because I don't have a controller.
Yeah.
You'd have to work for it then.
Actually, do you want to do the next one? Should I finish a Grand Prix?
Yeah, you finish a Grand Prix. And
yeah,
then
so that's good. Then there's no excuses. Oh, another thing that I think they could have done better is on here. There's I think maybe you can get the map on, but at the moment it's like the horn.
Yeah.
It's like, but you can play on it, of course, which is cool.
Yep.
DS version. There's been so many Mario Karts. Have you played several of the Mario Karts? Or what did you play? I'm guessing you played N64 probably.
Yeah, in N64, and then I had the 3DS version.
Oh yeah, wait. Did we get that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I played that as well. I really like the GBA version as well. No, I played that a lot at least. I think it's not the best, but 3DS version was pretty good. I think the Wii version was decent as well, but yeah, I think this and N64 are my favorite ones. I didn't play the SNES version, And that was the original, so I'm sure like people who played that back then probably like that a lot as well. I think it's funny with that. I think a lot of people, their favorite console and their favorite Mario Kart will often be the first one they played.
Yeah.
So that's when we were kids. Oh, there was a shortcut there I didn't know about. Okay, I don't know what this is. Okay, that's crazy.
Eat them up.
Oh, and they eat the coins as well. One thing I don't know if you can do on the Pro controller is here, if there's a jump, you can like tip the controller and it does like a boost jump sort of thing.
Yeah, I believe that's just a button on the Pro controller.
Okay. Oh, then that is even better. Because I do like the idea of like, okay, you can choose the better controller, but then you don't have that. But it's like, if that's a button on that as well, I would prefer that instead of having to do this every time. I'm gonna hit the palm tree.
Again.
And put him in the stupid place. So, they're just in the water there. So that's the thing, if you have, wheels that are better for off-road, it probably pays off taking that.
Yeah.
Where
he actually boosts as well.
Wow, this is crazy. And it eats the enemies as well. Where if you have, more road wheels, it's better. And I think also just on this track, as it's not a road, you will drive slower with like racetrack tires. Alright, second place. I don't like this. Alright, we're gonna use it here. Oh, it eats the bananas as well. This is like the GOAT thing to get. This is amazing.
You're also getting it a lot.
Yeah, that's it drives faster, it eats the coins which makes you drive faster. It eats whatever enemies shoot at you and it eats the enemies as well.
Oh. Getting inked.
I took my item.
It's gonna hit you with that green shell.
Yeah, we'll wait here. Oh, I fucked it up. I remember I got really good at this boosting thing at one point. Oh no! I would have had him. No! This is Mario Kart for you. No! This was the best part I remember playing next to each other, where you would have one guy who was like being number one the whole track, and you'd be like, eh! And then one of your friends would shoot you at, like right at the.
You get blue shelled right at the end.
And then I remember sometimes we'd had like. Remember we had a guy like who shot him at the finish line, he was like, no, and then the next guy would shoot him as well, and he just stopped on the finish line. It was so amazing. I still got this though. But this is the thing, now I probably won't get 3 stars and like maximum rating, so
yeah,
I'd want to go back and replay that. So do we have any top 5s, any comments?
Yes, Salia in the chat has listed his top 5.
All right.
At number 5, Infamous Second Son.
Like that,
yes.
good choice.
Number 4, Fantasy Life.
What? I don't know that game. What is that?
If I remember correctly, it is on the 3DS.
Okay. Maybe we get confirmation in the chat in a little bit.
Yeah. Number 3, Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
That is the 3DS one, right?
Yes.
I think that came out last year, but that's the other thing with our list. Like, it's a little bit different what people voted for and what counts. Because how do you do that? But yeah, cool.
Yeah. Number 2, Mario Kart 8. And number 1, Super Smash Bros. 4.
All right.
I see a trend there.
We got a Nintendo fan there. I like that.
Lauritsen 94. He listed it in the wrong order, so I'll read it from the bottom up. Number 5, Shadow of Mordor.
All right, good choice.
Number 4, Pro Evolution Soccer 15.
All right.
Number 3, Alien Isolation.
All right.
Number 2, Destiny. And number 1, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
I could guess that.
Yep.
Yeah. Good choices all around. I like that.
Yeah, Sendclip has also listed his top 5. For number 5, Drive Club When It Works in brackets.
That's true. That's the feeling. I could have seen myself. I don't know about top 5, at least top 10 for me, pre-launch when everything worked. I had so much. There was a day where I spent so many hours playing that game, and I actually had I spent an hour playing one track that took 3 minutes to drive.
Number 4 for Sendclip is Infamous Second Son.
All right, nice seeing that.
Number 3, Forza Horizon 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Okay. Just bought that actually over the weekend. I think I want to say that I think it's still on offer on PSN, like super cheap, 12 Christmas deal. So if you're missing that.
And number 1, Destiny in all caps.
Nice. Yeah, Sendclip he's jumped on the Destiny bandwagon. He's played a lot recently.
Yeah, and Sunclip puts Dragon Age Inquisition instead of Drive Club when it's not working.
Oh, okay, cool. I really like seeing the Infamous love. That is one of my games of the year, and I feel like it's a lot of. I don't know if people didn't enjoy it as much as me, or maybe just forgot about it. But that's the thing with early games as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you can race on the side.
I also think a lot of people omitted it from their list as they saw it as a kind of like DLC standalone thing. You know?
Really? Maybe First Light was that? That was the DLC thing that came out that was standalone. But
yeah.
Oh, did you write First Light or Second Son?
No, sorry, it's Second Son. I assumed
I get confused about it as well. In some ways, there's some parts of First Light I actually like better than Second Son, but yeah, both really good. The character you play in First Light, the girl, Fetch, I actually liked her more than the main guy. So when you played as her in the DLC, I really enjoyed that. That was cool. All right. Let's see here. I love Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart might actually make it on my top 5 games of all time. It might.
Damn.
But a lot of that is probably also like, you know, nostalgia and all that. Cause it's just, I just remember having those moments with friends, you know, and this and Perfect Dark and Mario Tennis was just awesome.
Cool. Wrong button.
It's cool to see a lot of cool suggestions here. I feel like all the games that people are mentioning that is not on my list, you can't include all of them. You just need to choose this. I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, it's because it was unlocked.
Yeah. It's games where I just haven't played them enough. So like Alien, for instance, we played on stream. I just haven't gotten back into it, but I definitely want to play it. And that's like a really big compliment for me as I play that or the Flower one.
Remind me. No. When do I need to hit the boost?
Sometime during 2. I haven't gotten perfect at it yet. Okay. But yeah, like something like Alien, which is a sort of horror game, which I never play. Outlast was basically the first one that I played for more than 10 minutes. So the fact that I want to go back and play Alien is pretty high praise.
Yeah, and I've been playing that for the past couple of weeks, and I really enjoy it. It's like it's finally the Alien game that I've been wanting since forever. So
let's see here. Simpan 1993 has his top 5 here. Number 5, The Crew, another game I haven't played a lot. Number 4, Far Cry 4. Love if you did one that was like number 5 was Halo 5, number 4 was Far Cry 4, something like that. No. Well, number 5 was The Crew, number 4 was Far Cry 4, number 3, Shadow of Mordor, number 2, Civ Beyond Earth, and number 1, Dragon Age Inquisition.
I'm not doing too well.
Yeah, Sci-Fi, Jesper just joined the chat. Dóri is saying I would like to hear his top 5. Saying Clip is sad, Destiny was only number 7 on the list. But you know what? We all know what is the true game of the year.
You know.
We don't need confirmation for people who don't understand. You don't know about the speaker and the traveler and getting that sweet, sweet Galahorn. Can you jump on those or does it auto jump?
Auto jumps.
Okay. I was impressed with your timing there, but
oh, come on. Yeah, I have to say this is a bit easy because I'm second place and I've been doing horribly the entire time.
But it's like 150 is where it's at for if you want to compete a little bit, and then of course against other people. I just want to point out now we're shortly on Destiny. I finished the raid twice this weekend, the new one. Just want to point that out. Probably put up a video one of these days. Awesome. With the Esper actually. But I think all this Game of the Year talk is also, I love those sort of lists. But you also just gotta know, it's not about, now we're sort of finding a consensus here, but that if you don't agree, that doesn't matter. It's just about talking about what games you think are cool and getting suggestions, and it would be boring if we all liked the same game.
Yeah.
So it's not that some are wrong or some are right. As long as you know that Destiny's the best game. Oh, Blue Shell. Get the horn. Oh, it would have been so clutch if you'd gotten the horn right there. But it's, as I understood, it's like, I think it was Lorenzo told me, it's like pretty narrow moment where you like need to hit it at the right time. Yeah. Or maybe it's just because he choked that horn one time or something. Sally's asking, is the new raid hard? I think it's, it is and it isn't. It's shorter, and when you know it, I think it's easier, but I think it's...
The hell?
It's also harder.
Just hit him with Rachel and nothing happened. Son of a bitch. Luigi.
Alright, we got a list here from Over. His number 5 is Assassin's Creed Unity. Number 4 is Evil Within. Number 3, Child of Light. Number 2, Walking Dead Season 2. And number 1, Infamous. Change the order. Okay, so you posted it further up. That actually reminds me, that's the other thing about some of these lists. Some people counted, remasters or stuff like that. Or
yeah, and Telltale have really...
that was the other thing.
Yeah, they're gaming the system because they start releasing right before the end of the year, and then...
But generally, I think maybe one or something voted for one of those Telltale games where the full game isn't out, where like for me at least, I vote for it when you can buy it on disc when the full season is out. So it doesn't count for this year for me. And that's also how you'll sometimes have some weird stuff. We didn't really have time to come to a full consensus with that. But so yeah, for instance, if you could count remaster, I would have voted for Last of Us, as that's my favorite game of all time. But I feel it's boring to vote for the same game as Game of the Year every year, What if they released it on Nintendo next year, and then it would be 30 in a row. Super duper edition.
Yeah.
But people can do the list how they want. I think that was how we ended up doing so.
I'm not gonna drop that banana peel on me.
I remember another thing like with this practicing and like those banana throws where you can throw them forward and practicing hitting with that. When you hit someone with a banana or throw it right in front of them, it's so awesome. So yeah, of course, Walking Dead was released was it fully released this year? I haven't played Walking Dead. The one I was thinking of was Borderlands and Game of Thrones. That's been started this year.
The full season finished this year.
Yeah, so of course Walking Dead counts, but I was thinking for Borderlands and Game of Thrones. No, sorry about not being clear about that. So those games don't count in the voting for me, but I think other people voted for them.
Oh, come on.
All right. And another thing was we had to talk about something like Towerfall, which was released on Ouya last year.
Yeah, but it's on my list because Towerfall Ascension came out on PC and PS4 this year, and I mean it's bigger single player mode, new levels, new weapons.
There was another game of mine. There was one that was like, I think it was Rogue Legacy, which some people voted for last year, but that was like, I think that was the one that was like a Flash game the year before.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what does it count then? And like, what if I don't have a PC and the game comes out on PC one year and then on PlayStation next year? Am I not allowed to vote for it? So you make up your own rules. But yeah, let's see here. Sci-Fi has his votes in number 5. Unity.
Oh, this ended horribly.
Mario Kart moment. But this is the first level, right?
No, second one.
Okay, and did you win the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, so you're good, You can make up for it. Still number 2. All right, so he has, Sci-Fi has number 5, Assassin's Creed Unity. Number 4, Watch Dogs. Number 3, Infamous Second Son. Number 2, Thief. And number 1, Destiny. So yeah. Runaway Cookie Boy has number 5, Unity, number 4, Infamous Second Son, number 3, Watch Dogs, number 2, Destiny, and number 1, Metro Redux. It's actually, then if you really like GTA 5, you could have played it last year in 360. Let's say that happened. Really liked it, voted for it as Game of the Year.
Yeah.
This year you bought a PS4. Played on PS4, really loved it, first person mode, which actually made me also almost consider voting for it. It's like that's really cool. Voted for it, Game of the Year, second year in a row. Next year, comes out on PC. PC Master Race, as Dóri like to say. Vote for it again. Game of the Year 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Master game plan by Rockstar there.
Yeah. But again, I feel like if you didn't play it last year and you play it this year, I think it's totally fair to vote for it.
Yeah.
I used to do that with films when I had me and some friends made like Game of the Year sort of list for films or films of the year. I feel like it's not as big within films as it is within games, but then we just saw like went to like what films did I watch this year?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I got the horn and I used it right away and I'm in first. Stupid.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that you used it like
No.
and you bounced it off. I would have seen that, and I would need to watch the replay. You can still get it. You got time. MH76G4G67G89G45 said, "What is the scariest game you've played?"
Scariest game. I'm gonna have to say that that's one of the games that I played this year. It's called Among the Sleep, an indie game where you take the role of a toddler walking around. And the thing is, it's maybe not that scary per se, but it's one of the only games that I've played that actually got me that feeling of dread.
Yeah.
While playing.
Oh. Nice. You dodged it.
Still in 6th place.
You can make it. You get a blue shell and cover red ones, and you're good. Don't drive into the walls. The thing with that is I don't like horror films and I don't like horror games, and I guess some of it is getting scared, but also I feel like either it's I get scared and it's not fun, and a lot of that's been mostly horror films. I'm not scared at all, and then it's just boring. So the ones I've been scared from is probably stuff I've played and seen when I was little. You know, when you're like, oh, you were like raging too early, Dóri.
No, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, but you got passed by 2 more.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen because I was going too slow.
You can still make it. So I'd say the stuff that pops up in my head is stuff like, I remember getting super scared from playing Myst when I was like 7 or something. Nothing happens.
No.
You're just walking around the empty world, and I was like, oh my god, a monster is gonna come and stuff. This year, I had a couple moments in Outlast.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Go check the replay for that.
But that was more like jump scares. I'm more a fan of like, what are you doing? Come on, Dóri, you can do it.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with Among the Sleep, is that feeling of dread, because even though it's not that it's not gory at all, or that.
I like the tension more.
Yeah.
And that's I really enjoyed what I played so far in Alien. Nothing really happened in Alien so far for me, but the tension of knowing there's an alien and all that stuff is like, oh.
Yeah, you just about made it to the xenomorph in the last.
Yeah, I think we saw the xenomorph kill another guy, like half cutscene-ish moment. You're panicking too much with some of those things.
Yeah, I'm not playing smart here.
Remember to do the.
Oh yeah, completely forgot about that.
All right, let's see.
Lol.
see here. Runaway Cookie Boy is saying, hey Nick, you're gonna play Minecraft after the stream. We had problems last time because I didn't transfer the save proper, so I didn't have it at home and stuff. Message me on PSN if you want to join, and then I'll set it up. I'm planning on setting it up for the Christmas vacation. We'll play a couple times there. I'm actually thinking of bringing home a capture card, and then we'll capture it and make like a video series out of it. Cool. But yeah, message me on PSN or on Game Reactor, and then we'll set it up for some other days. Try to set it up proper. Bert, Madman. Top 5 is number 5, Advanced Warfare. That's Call of Duty, if you don't know. Number 4, Shovel Knight.
Oh yeah, that's another one that I don't know if it was on my final list.
No. That's the thing, like playing over Christmas, stuff can change. Number 3, World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor. Number 2, Mario Kart. And number 1, Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Sally's mentioning Eternal Darkness. I played like 15 minutes of that. That was hella scary.
Eternal Darkness.
That was a GameCube game. Oh, Blue Shell. Oh my god, the timing, you finally make it to first. Could you see that have been right before the goal line?
Yeah, we might have needed a new controller then.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, you son of a bitch, frog.
But again, you should hold on to the green shell. So if they shoot red ones at you, you can like hold it.
I just could feel somebody.
That's awesome.
Could feel somebody riding up on my ass there.
Let's see. Simpan1993 is asking, then what is your best game of all time? His is Fallout 3. I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably clear near your top, right?
Yeah, very close to my top. I still cannot really decide between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I hear it.
But thankfully, because I play it on the PC, I just found a mod where I can just move in between the two games.
Okay.
So, that was not optimal.
Did you finish one there?
Yeah.
Should we go online or should we do another Grand Prix?
Let's go online.
Okay.
Yeah. You start. But yeah, between like of all time greatest games.
I mean, Last of Us, best game ever.
I mean,
hashtag best game ever.
Fallout 3 or Half-Life 2 or Super Nintendo World Cup.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's a football game on the NES.
Okay. Not on the
No, sorry, it's Nintendo.
That would have been hilarious. I don't know if is the Wii U actually online? We'll see. It is global. We'll play global.
Yeah.
Race, faux show. Oh, Waluigi. I'm gonna be Waluigi actually. Standard card. See, this is where you can get.
Oh, by the way, Cypher is saying so many bugs in Fallout 3, hated completing that game. I'm just gonna assume that he played it on PS3.
But it was worse with that. But there was also a lot of problems on the 360.
Yeah, it was pretty damn bad. And I mean, it wasn't perfect on the PC either.
No.
But if you pick up the game now, it's gonna be super cheap during the Christmas sale.
Yeah.
And then there are several sites with that show how to mod the games.
On PC, you're
on PC. Yeah, there's one.
That was actually one of the reasons for me. I had problems with it.
There's one description of how to mod the game. It's like 10 pages long. It installs about 120 mods.
That's why I don't play PC.
And it looks like a game that came out yesterday.
Okay. That reminds me, hearing a story about someone playing in New Vegas, where, what was the bug? It was something where I don't remember how it started, but the gist of it was that like he had a cowboy hat and he was wearing it, and then he got into one place and it broke or something, and then for him to get back into the world, like whenever he did that, it crashed. And then he found out that he needed to find the other single cowboy hat in the game and wear that. And then he like, I don't know how he figured that out, but then he did that and then it worked after that. But that was the only way to move on. He needed to find that fucking cowboy hat.
Oh, Cypher. He's such a trooper.
Yeah.
Yes, it was on PS3, but got the platinum after restarting the game several times.
Yeah, of course.
And with a game that can take, you know, I don't know how many hundreds of hours I've spent on a run through to get everything.
But he's like platinum.
150.
He's platinum like Black Flag twice because he platinum on PS3 and then on PS4. Different saves. It's like
so how long are we watching this?
Until they're done. I don't know. It doesn't say which lap they're on.
Okay.
Let's follow Leo. He's number 1. I don't know what the fuck he's chosen. That's the other thing. You can choose between bikes and carts, which race differently as well. I don't know.
Now we got people voting on the best game of all time.
Yeah, I like that.
Salia is going for number 5, Tekken 3.
Okay.
Number 4, League of Legends.
Okay.
Number 3, Final Fantasy 9.
That's actually another thing where League of Legends could win every year.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
Number 3 was Final Fantasy 9. Number 2, Final Fantasy 10. And number 1, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
No Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah. I actually thought, like for a long time, my 2 best games of all time. It's hard to choose between them, but I thought they were never going to be beat. Like, that was Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark. I'm very surprised to have them beat by Last of Us. I never thought that would happen. Good old Nintendo 64 days. I think in my top 10 games of all time, there would be like 4 or 5 Nintendo 64 games.
But I mean, that is the defining age when you get into gaming for the first time.
It's also the first home console I had, like at home, and I had saved up myself for over a year to earn the money, and then bought it. And I think still a lot of those games are really good, you know. Like Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart as well.
Okay, they're finished. Now Over has given us his top 5 of all time. Number 5, Ocarina of Time. He's trying to cheat and puts 2 games in the 4th place. I'll just take the first one. Number 4, Red Dead Redemption.
All right, good choice.
Number 3, Fall of Max Payne. Number 2, Max Payne. And number 1, Alan Wake. A lot of love for Remedy there. I like that. That's good. And then Sunclip, top 5 of all time. Number 5, Final Fantasy 13 series. So that's 3 games.
That's not counting. That doesn't work.
Number 4, Zelda Ocarina of Time. Number 3, Final Fantasy 9. Number 2, Final Fantasy 10. And number 1, Final Fantasy 7.
All right. What was your game of the year last year? That would be fun to go through like years one at a time if we can remember.
I'd have to look that up, man.
What about last year? You should be able to remember that. No, not at all?
No, I could barely remember the games I played this year.
Last week at all? Well, it wasn't GTA or Last of Us or something like that?
No.
I actually have your vote.
Yeah. I have it somewhere. You know my lists are always very hipsterish.
Yeah, that's true. If someone else has played it, Dóri doesn't want to vote for it. But you actually had a couple in your top 5 here that other people voted for. I think there was one of the years where you had 5 games that no one else voted for.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Rainbow Road. Everyone voted for one of the other maps, and I think I was the only one that voted for this one, and then that one got picked. There was like, we're 8 people, 6 votes for Turnpike, and then I voted for this and then one other map. They must be pissed. I just played the other one, you know? And I want to see this one. Rainbow Road, do you remember that on N64?
Oh yeah.
That was like a classic. It was so long though. Damn, they changed all that so much.
Also, with my driving, I mean,
we will never finish.
I'm off the map the entire time.
Yeah. There was one place where you could like jump the You could jump off. I don't know if you could do it in this one and then land and take a sort of shortcut. Something like that. That's pretty cool. You could like learn stuff like that. I don't know. I love it.
Just got hit by Donkey Kong.
Did I get a boost? I'm jumping. Oh.
Hit him with the red shell.
I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna wait for him to boost. And then he wasted his boost. That's the key to Mario Kart.
Be a bastard.
Yeah, it's like, it's not about what's the perfect time for you, it's about screwing over everybody.
The worst time for other people.
And that thing where he was just waiting, you know, and it was like, a lot of people just have fired that right away or fired it before. Yeah. Not that it's helping me as I'm last right now, but I should get a blue shell. Yes! No! I was shortcut! Alright. I was too happy. That's better than winning. Gonna screw up someone else. Oh, and this, is it right here? Is that it? Yeah, alright. Oh, got 7th.
Could be worse, I guess.
Oh, there's 10 people actually. Oh, you get a score like that. So you get plus points if you win. Oh. So I got 1 point, I guess.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I gotta go for Yoshi's Valley.
Wonder actually if
Wait, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna go choose Yoshi. I need to compete here.
I wonder actually if we have the.
I have it from last year in the same document. It was top 3s last year though. We voted it with. But yeah, I had Last of Us last year. What, that was 2013, 2012. I actually don't remember. 2011, I'm pretty sure that was Uncharted 2 for me.
Was it? Is it in the master plan?
No, it's in the same document. It might not have shared it actually. It might be just me who has access.
Okay.
But I can find it on here actually. I'll just start this. Let's see. I might have it on here. In my Google thing. While it loads anyway. Oh, we actually also have the predictions. We should look at those soon. Should we do that before or after Christmas?
Let's do that after Christmas.
All right. It's here. Find yourself.
Yep.
But yeah, 2012, what came out there? I don't remember. I think 2011 for me was Uncharted, Uncharted 2. 2010, I don't remember.
Yeah, our top 3 of last year. Mine was number 3, Bit Trip Runner 2, number 2, Metro Last Light, and number 1, Showdown Effect.
Okay.
Well, yours was number 3, Resogun, number 2, Tomb Raider, and number 1, The Last of Us.
Oh, really?
Of course.
The other 2 actually surprised me a little bit. But yeah, I did like those things. So. But I don't remember what else I would beat them, so maybe it just was like it was all about Last of Us for me last year. I did like GTA, but not as much as a lot of other people. It would probably make my top 5, but. Aww. Gotta dodge the star. Hit him, hit him.
Oh!
That's another thing you could get really good at, bouncing those green ones.
Right into a bomba. Runaway Cookie Boy is asking, hey Nick, what did you say about Minecraft again? He didn't hear it that well.
Alright, so yeah, last time it didn't work and I can't do it today, but I want to play it over the Christmas break. I think we'll set up a new world actually, so we'll start from fresh. But message me on Game Reactor or on PSN or something, and then I'll invite you. I'll try to do a post somewhere as well so everyone can find out. But we'll set it up. We'll play, like, I'm thinking a couple of nights over Christmas and New Year's, as much as everyone can do it, you know. And then I'll record it and we'll put it up as a video. So that's sort of the plan. I'll try to have a better description of it tomorrow. Then maybe I'll do like proper way of doing it. But that's my idea. Is I tried to message Indian Copeland today actually on PSN about it as well. So we'll try to set that up. I think it would be fun if we were more people and do it together. But that will be on PS4 for people who are wondering. I'm playing on PS4.
Yes. Indian Copeland has posted his top 5 of all times. Number 5, Dark Souls. Number 4, Sly 2.
Nice.
Number 3, GTA 5. Number 2, Batman Arkham Asylum. And number 1, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, really?
That was a surprise there.
I like he only put, like, I'm thinking he could probably put all the Batman games in the top 5, but I like that he like only put one. That's how I often do it. I recently did a list actually just before I bought the PS4 where I did my top 5 games of last generation. So maybe people want to comment with theirs on that.
Let's save something for tomorrow.
All right. And then I can actually find the proper one.
Yeah.
Because I have it somewhere. It's a blog on one of the sites. Yeah, so now I got minus points. God damn it. It's not my account. Do you want to play around or?
Yeah, let me try.
I'll screw it up anyway. Alright. Top 5 of all time is so hard though.
Yeah.
I think some years it's really hard just to do a top 5 of the year. When are the Xmas break? I'm just thinking from like next week on. I might actually work the 22nd, 23rd, but between Christmas and New Year's for sure. Maybe the 22nd, 23rd we could do it as well. We'll see. Indian Cobra wants to continue to work on the GR Live cape. He doesn't want a new one. Oh, they're talking about most played game now. Sci-Feel says his is COD Modern Warfare 2. It might, I think that might actually be mine. Like some of the games I played with on kid. I think Mario Kart, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie would beat it actually, but Modern Warfare 2 would be up there. Probably soon beaten by Destiny.
11th place.
Oh, I didn't know there was 11th place.
No, I didn't know it was possible either.
Did you ever play Banjo-Kazooie?
No.
I 100%ed that game 10 times.
Jesus.
The first time it took me 40 something hours. I think the last time I got it down to like 17 or 18 hours to collect everything. That was awesome. All right, we'll keep the old save. I'll make sure I get it transferred, and we'll play on that one. I guess we haven't gone that far. I just want everyone to have their, you know, equal choices and opportunities and stuff. Yeah, I think for Minecraft, it's easiest if you send me a message on AMEREACTOR or on PSN, and I'll include you in our group chat. We'll figure it out. Oh, it's nice you had.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't worried about it.
But sometimes you can't drive through those things even with the star. So I wouldn't have dared.
I got nothing to lose.
But it's like, I guess it's a good way of testing it. Instead of trying to dodge it multiple times. Oh, that would have been a clutch.
Just a little bit
if you had boosted off that.
Okay, one more round. Come on. Stop sucking fingers.
But for me, like this online stuff, it's still, it doesn't beat, you know, playing with your friends. I guess if you're playing with friends online, like we did with Lorenzo or David the other day with Super Smash Bros. I think that's where it's really at with this sort of game, you know?
Yeah.
That's, if you can't be together in the same room, then online can work, but couch co-op for Mario Kart is the best.
No. Didn't know that would slow me down. Well, at least it wasn't 11th place.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite, the guy with all the letters and all that stuff and the numbers in it is saying one of my favorite FPS games is GoldenEye for N64. Those were the days. I totally agree. But I ended up liking Perfect Dark better. That was sort of the sequel, new IP, but like made by the same crew. It's really good. Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe if you jump out of that, and then actually we're gonna, as Dóri said earlier, we're gonna run one of these top 5 lists videos every day. So halfway through the stream every day,
we asked all the editors in the Game Reactor network to vote for their personal top 5 of the year.
Yeah.
And got the VO from them and edited to some trailers and stuff.
Those who have had time.
Those
so
who had
some are missing.
It's a busy season.
That's the way it is. So today's personal top 5 is by Peter Hegevel, Game Reactor
Editor-in-Chief.
Yeah, of Game Reactor Sweden. Yeah, so let's run that.
This is Petter Hegeval, Editor-in-Chief for Game Reactor Sweden, and these are my 5 top games for 2014. Number 5 on my list is Monument Valley for iOS. To me, it's by far the most beautiful game design-wise of all 2014, and being a designer as well as an editor, I'm of course crazy about the way that the game looks and also the way that it plays. I'm not a big puzzle gamer fan, not originally, so the puzzles in Monument Valley was not super challenging for me, but still enough to make it last a couple of hours, and I just love the tone, the atmosphere, the main character, and as an overall experience, it's one of the best handheld games I've played in years. Number 4, Alien Isolation. I don't think that I've been as scared as I was playing through Alien Isolation in, we're talking years. Maybe the first Project Zero game scared me in the same sense. And not only did that game scare the shit out of me, literally, it was not only scary and well-paced and challenging and kind of atmospheric in an old-school horror kind of way. I loved the atmosphere. The design was fantastic. From a technical standpoint, I played the PlayStation 4 version. It was superb. Maybe a tad bit long, 18, 20 hours, something like that. It took me to play through. I would have preferred maybe, I don't know, 12, 14, because there was some repetition in the latter part of the game that I could have lived without, but still a fantastic game, and the number 4 on my Game of the Year list. The number 3 on my list is R-Factor 2, and some of you will perhaps point out that you could play the beta version of this game back in 2012 already, but still it's a finalized game in 2014 with the finalized track packs and stuff like that. So for me, it's a 2014 game, and this was the year when I really just dug into the fantastic car physics that the game contains, and it definitely rivals iRacing for the top spot in the full-on simulation genre, and to me it's a superb game that I'm going to continue playing for years, I guess. on the number 2 spot on my list of the 5 best games of 2014, I have Watch Dogs from Ubisoft. Fantastic open world sandbox action gameplay. Even though I think that it lacks when it comes to gameplay variation in some senses, just as with the Assassin's Creed series, but still it was so much more than the Assassin's Creed series, even though the game is based on the same kind of structure, and even though the the gameplay shares a lot of similarities with the Assassin's Creed, it was atmospheric and exciting. I thought it was challenging, and just the way that they incorporated the hacking parts. I was a bit scared before the game was released that it was going to be cheesy, but to me it was quite the opposite. And in the latter part of the single player campaign, where I was powerful as a hacker enough to turn the lights off on whole city blocks, and I could control almost everything in Ubisoft's small version of real life Chicago. To me it was the second best gameplay experience of the year. Number 1. For me, 2014 comes to an end, and the best game that I've played all year is Far Cry 4. I loved the first Far Cry, hated the second one, adored the third one. It's one of the best open world sandbox action games that I've ever played, and the fourth one is perhaps even better. I mean, it's such a polished product, especially in comparison to a lot of big disappointing titles this year that has been released in an unfinished state, like Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Assassin's Creed Unity, Drive Club, etc., etc. Far Cry 4, super polished, engaging, exciting, challenging, super beautiful, expansive, so much content, so much life, and just such a fantastic world just to dig into. I have played it all the way through, of course. I'm still going back each night, almost every night, to just play around in the Himalayas and just enjoy the sheer brilliance in the game's artificial intelligence system, and the flora of animals, and and still I haven't even touched the co-op part, which says a lot, and still this is my favorite gameplay experience of 2014.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Pedro Hegevill's top 5 games of 2014.
Yeah. So back into Mario Kart.
Yes.
I need to say this. That was my gameplay. Some of the Far Cry stuff. That double headshot at the end that I got a trophy for, that I didn't even know was a trophy. So good. So good.
Let me try this online thing again here. Race.
Can you just hover over the names we unlocked? Because I actually don't know who that is.
Lemmy and Larry.
Do you know who that is?
Oh, let's try Larry.
Do you know? I guess it looks like Koopa Trooper guys, but...
And I'm gonna try the Yoshi bike.
This is just wrong. So check the name at the bottom, so you know what they're doing. Because Slim, I think, is for more track, if you want more of an off-road one. I don't know, Monster maybe better for off-road.
I intend to try to stay on the road this time around.
I tend to try another one. There's a weird like flower thing. Maybe try that one. Wooden.
The roller, and then
that one. You got it.
Flower glider.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's like if you beat someone with this, it's like double. I think it's less writing, oh, congrats on our first year together. I guess it's been a year. Over a year. We started like end of November last year, I think.
He did co-congrats.
Oh, Indian Coleman writes, by the way, I actually watched my first year live stream exactly 1 year ago. Well, awesome.
Nice. That's pretty fucking awesome.
Happy anniversary.
No, I want to see who's first place.
I think if you press B, you go the other way. It just changes so much, you never hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's his own knee. I did that sometimes when playing on Wii.
And he just won, which means that we're going to be dropped in.
But I think it waits until all but some amount. Maybe it's timed.
Yeah, I guess everybody needs to finish.
Yeah, but I think it might do like GTA, where it gives a certain amount of time you have to finish. So if there's one guy who's like shit and stuck in a corner, you don't have to wait.
But it can't do the same thing as in single player and simulate the rest.
What do you mean?
Like in single player, if you finish, then it just simulates the rest.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If online, everybody needs to finish.
But if you're last in single player, of course you finish it.
Go easy on me.
Someone in the chat is saying, I have really high hopes on the new Silent Hill game after playing the PT demo. That was another thing where someone actually voted for PT as their top 5 game of the year. Was like, oh, how does that work? Because I guess it is a separate game, but it's sort of a demo game.
Yeah, it's like an experience.
Yeah.
More. But
and now actually, I want to say, like with all the, like I voted for Destiny this year and Last of Us last year. The year before, I don't actually remember what my game of the year was. It was Journey, which was also the GRTV one. Yeah. So that was totally different, which I think is cool. I was so happy to see that getting a lot of votes that year. And I think that was the same year that that our runner-up, and I think in your top 3 was Walking Dead Season 1.
Yeah.
How's the bike?
I
think it can turn better, but I think it's a little bit slower maybe.
Actually pretty good.
It might be like, the smaller character where it has acceleration, better turning, but then a little bit lower top speed. And I'm pretty sure you can push it off.
More easily, yeah. Bam. Oh, I like the sliding. I like the handling of the bike a lot more.
Yeah, it's a good thing to learn how to do the sliding, where you can get a small boost out of the corners if you do it proper.
Come on.
That was still good because you ate all the coins and still get the boost after. Oh, we gotta dodge that guy. So Nick and Dóri, oh my god, this, now you think about it. I just want to say first, Kaboka writes, Journey's amazing, can't wait for the PS port. Same here, and you actually get it for free if you bought it on PS3. Indian Cobra writes, so Nick and Dóri, you have hosted over 100 streams by now. Do you have any favorite streams or streaming moments from this year? Just think, we have actually hosted over 100. That is insane to think about.
That.
Yeah,
that is quite crazy.
Like, we probably hosted 100 together, I would imagine. That's only 200 hours.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying my favorite stream moment. I think we should get to vote for 2. One that we were on.
And one we weren't, okay.
So the one that I wasn't on is obviously going to be you playing Outlast.
Yeah. I could tell that before it even happened, because people were lining up over here. Everyone who had played that game before was like, no, I'm just gonna. The Sony, I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay in and watch the beginning of. I know what happens, and I was like, okay, great, I'm gonna have fun now. But yeah, I talked Danish for a little bit, so that was fun. And apparently Rasmus yelled at me in English to stop.
Yeah.
But I had headphones on, so I couldn't hear it. I need to think about this. I think for me, it's tough. I have 2 very different ones that I was on. One was actually playing Gone Home, was really awesome.
Oh yeah, that actually I think I would say is one of my favorites of us here together in the studio, because that was such a surprise.
Yeah.
Such a great game.
And the Last of Us DLC is similar to me.
Yeah. Either that or the GTA.
That was the other one I would say.
Livestream.
The one that really stands out for me is one we did in May, which I started trying to cut together. The one where the first one as well with Frank the Tank was awesome, but the one in May where I shot at the guy and I couldn't hit him proper, and then he killed me, and then everyone just destroyed him.
Your army showed up.
Yeah, and I just remember there's several moments in that stream where I'm just cracking up. That was really awesome. I think some of the E3 stuff was really fun as well, even though made it really like a lot tougher to actually do E3.
Yeah.
But some of those moments in the morning where people got up and we had breakfast, but it was cold by the time we got to eat it.
And you could hear somebody taking a shower.
Yeah, I had to stream for like 7 in the morning after staying up, and that was so rough. But that was fun as well. What else do we have? I'd like to hear you guys watching what your favorite stream was.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we've oh my god, that's so many streams.
I also really enjoyed Sports Friends.
Oh yeah, the moment
Thomas getting the ball to the face.
That was amazing. And the best part was, and that's not even a gift, he brought in the ball.
Yeah.
It was him who started it. So for people who don't know, I actually supported that Kickstarter. There's a sort of an indie project that was made. It's called Sport Friends, which was 5 sort of smaller local co-op multiplayer games that I supported Kickstarter. We also got a separate code to. No, I don't know if it was mine or whatever. But anyway, we played it on stream. Really fun. It's out on PS3 and I think PC and maybe PS4 as well. And we played all those 5, and that was a lot of fun. And one of them is Sport Friends, which is you can play with the Move controller or with the PS4 controller.
Johann Sebastian Joust.
Oh yeah. So that's the one of the 5 that we played, and that is played with the Move controller or the DualShock 4. So you need the light. Basically, music plays, and if it plays fast, you can move a little bit faster. If it plays slow, you can't move very fast. The controller, but of course, you can move your other hand and stuff. So the sort of point of the game is to push the other guys or sort of do something to make them move their controller fast. So if they move it too fast, it blinks red and they die.
Yeah, and then Thomas.
And we were playing it 4 people in the studio.
Yeah, and then Thomas decided to bring in his own user-created DLC, the yoga ball.
Yeah, we have a yoga ball or like ball you can sit on here in the studio, and that's the thing. We played it like behind here, and we're walking around. There's couches, and I actually got like pretty hurt playing that as well. I got pushed into a desk, but yeah, Thomas brought in the ball and like rolled it at me, and then I didn't kick it, but like I did the like flip.
You very intentionally looked him in the face and then flicked the ball right there.
So I don't know if you play football, you might know the Michael Laudrup lob, where you sort of can lob the ball very high without people really seeing it proper. So I did that and just flicked the ball right in his face, and he just went down. And at the same time, you see Dóri and Rasmus fighting it out in the background, and everyone just died at the same time. I managed to like shake my control a little bit, so I actually died. But if I hadn't done that, I would have won that by doing that move. It was so awesome. But I would just have a gif of that just running 5 seconds over and over again. That's so hilarious. Oh yeah, Dóri with the spider was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, for some.
Assassin's Creed live streams were fun. I definitely enjoyed those.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, come on. Didn't touch that.
GR, do you know when you stream DC Universe online? I don't remember that. I think Philip joined us for that. I think some of the streams with Magnus for me has been a lot of fun, where like I would bring up
yeah. Trophy this, trophy that.
And the thing is, I barely had to bring it up for him to be like, no. That was awesome.
Okay, I'm starting to do better and better.
Yeah,
I'm in 4th place. I'm gonna try one more time. See where I end up.
What is the worst game you've ever played? I can tell you what game I think is the worst I've played on stream off the top of my head. Surgeon Simulator. I did not like that.
Not enough kill streaks and...
No, it was more that it was broken. Like
intentionally broken, that's the whole idea of it.
Either way, it was broken. I got trophies and I didn't like it. What? I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh yeah. No, that was not my favorite stream.
Indian
Playing WWE against Jonas Mackie.
Indian Chroma says, I would say that some of my favorite streams are the Arkham Origins competition, which was actually how I got into he got into the streams. Some of those were pretty fun actually. With Branko as well, which I guess he's can't join us anymore. It's too bad.
Missing him.
Watches the replay. Oh my god, I'm getting allergies or something now.
No, too soon. That was great. Respect.
That's the downside of the bike.
Yeah. On the icy road.
Sally says his was Dóri versus the spider. I would actually love like best of 2014 GR Live. There was just a lot of those moments. That would be hilarious.
Yes.
But we've played so many games that like remembering all of that is. I think some of the Destiny streams have been fun and Call of Duty for me as well. Doing the raid on stream is awesome.
Yeah.
Although I still haven't gotten my poster. I want that poster.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to get a poster as well.
Yeah, we got 5 and then I asked them if they could get another one and they said yes. But I haven't gotten it, so I hope I will still get it. I really want that. I actually think the stream where Destiny came out was one of my favorite. That was sort of experiencing the game for the first time with people in the chat and Gil enjoyed and all that. That was a lot of fun. That was before I really knew if I was going to play Destiny a lot. Those couple of days of doing that was really awesome.
What about your 8-hour Call of Duty Advanced Warfare
That was
marathon?
fun too as well. But the thing about, I like that more than a lot of other streams because it's a game I like. But I don't know. I prefer playing Call of Duty off stream because then I don't have to think about the chat and when to take a food or a toilet break. You know, streaming for 8 hours. Without going to the bathroom. No, I did it once for like 2 minutes or something, where you sat in and you didn't even have time to start a game.
Yeah.
And just having the lights in my face and all that stuff, I didn't do as well. And then when I went back home and played in the evening, I did a lot better, and that's just a little bit frustrating. But that was fun. I like that sort of more marathon stream was fun.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do more of that next year.
Yeah.
Around releases.
Kaboka says, I kept failing on the jumping in that raid. He was one of the guys that won the poster and helped us with that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then Cyphios, don't mention the jumping part in the raid. I actually didn't mention that when we played when I played the 15 minutes of the flawless raid. That was awesome. But he was the guy who failed that, but I was kind enough to not mention it, but now that he brings it up. But you saw how close I was to actually choke that.
I remember, when we were doing the Destiny raid on stream, every time he fell down, I was thinking like, now I'm gonna stay here for another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes.
Yeah, I actually did it it was like 2 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was like the 3rd time I played that, so it was pretty fast. That was fun. I like doing those sort of a bit different Well, I guess it's not that different now that we've done it more time.
Ah.
And another great stream was Warlock 2, where Nick and Dóri asked us to name the cities after people in the chat, and me and Biohazard went crazy to spam names like crazy. That actually reminds me of 2 other streams. Remember playing Reaper of Souls with one of our freelancers, I don't remember his name, he's only been on one stream, where we had asked viewers to help us name the character as well, and someone came out with some stupid name that made me crack up. And then even better one where we played what is that permadeath game with like the alien stuff, like strategy. Like 2 versions of it has come out in last year. I think it's Bethesda. Alien, like you're on Earth and you have to check out like alien stuff.
Oh, XCOM.
Yes, we played that.
Yeah.
And
threw me off with the permadeath because that's only in Iron Man mode. It's not specifically in the base
well,
game.
you gotta play permadeath. That's the way to do it. That's the proper way.
Fair enough.
And anyway, the point of that as well was that we played where we played with permadeath, and we named characters after readers in the chat, and everyone was like, "Put me into battle! I'm ready! I'm ready!" That was so awesome. That was really fun. Oh yeah, I didn't remember. Our Diablo character was called the Old Dirty Bingo Caller. That was so awesome. I don't know where that name comes from. Just imagine this epic like knight or something. He was a crusader, and then he's called the Old Dirty Bingo Caller. That was awesome.
Turn.
The 2 best streams is Ingvi playing COD and the Schultz games where Thomas got hit in the face with the yoga ball.
Yeah.
Ingvi, I'll write Ingvi and tell him that, because he was very insecure about that stream after if he'd done okay, but he was happy to. So I actually want to thank you guys, because he was very happy that people have been positive in the chat and thought he was funny when he hadn't done very well. With me being on another COD trip and actually sitting in a train on the way back from the airport, watching it on my phone and trying to text Solfin and help him out and
stuff. I think I was at the airport as well.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, no one was here. We also talked to Rasmus. I think he was also on a trip.
Yeah, I was getting text messages at the airport trying to troubleshoot what was wrong. Lassie got caught.
What did you get at home? Oh, got called at home. You had the day off or something? Of course, it always ends up being Solfin.
Poor Solfin. Okay, it's not getting better.
Oh, I like that. Like, thinking about the old streams. There's been some good moments.
Yeah.
But it's hard to remember the ones from like last year and the spring.
Yeah, I think it was Biohazard that came up with the Old Dirty Bingo Caller.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
I need to check the replay.
I cracked up after the stream as well about that.
Runaway Cookie Boy is asking, if you had to take a guess, Nick and Dóri, where do you think the new Fallout 4 may take place, or at least where would you like it to take place? I'm gonna guess Boston.
Yeah, isn't that
Boston? Because that's where all the
that's what
rumors are saying that it's gonna happen.
I wouldn't mind that. Boston is my favorite city in the US. So,
I think that would be pretty damn great.
For me, it doesn't really matter where they set it, I think.
No.
In a way, I would sort of like them actually set it in Europe, maybe.
No, I don't know about that. It's so tied in with the American culture of the.
Yeah, but that's sort of
1950s.
why I would like them to do something different. That's like, I feel like Assassin's Creed was.
Do it as a DLC.
Was very tied into Italy, and then I was like, please do something else. Oh my god.
Gotta get used to the bike.
I'm also pressing the wrong buttons.
Well,
I pressed the trigger for racing.
Okay.
For acceleration. so that probably doesn't help. And then I can feel my allergies coming for the first time in like 2 years, so that's great.
Kabuka is asking, what games are you guys looking forward to streaming? That is a very easy answer for me. The first one that pops into my head is Evolve.
Oh yeah.
That is gonna be some good shit. I've actually been working on a little something special there that may or may not happen, but I have to mention it very cryptically because I'm very excited for that happening.
Oh my god.
Russia. Sandclip mentioning, talking about Fallout. I guess he's talking about another setting for Fallout. Yeah. He says Russia after a nuke war, of course. They already made that. It's called Metro.
Yeah. But they also already made the Fallout set in Boston.
Or actually, I wouldn't say that was Metro. It would be more Stalker, actually. It needs to be open world to be proper Fallout.
You sort of. Oh, this is so different playing with this.
Okay, hit the bullet.
No, I just want one.
So he just got hit by a bullet.
Oh. I was actually. I thought I was about to run off that section because I did that in the previous lap. Yeah. So I wanted to wait for me almost.
Yeah, and then hit the bullet.
Yeah.
Oh. What game are you looking forward to streaming?
That's really tough. I choked. At first I was like, well, isn't that just the game I'm most looking forward to playing? But actually, then it would be like maybe Uncharted. But I think I actually want to play that off stream first, so I can really.
Yeah, can we finally have the stream where you platinum a game on stream?
Yeah, that would be fun. I think that might happen soon, actually. If all the goals according to plan. Now I'm like trying to. I'm an idiot. What am I looking forward to? Oh, clutch! It's really tough. There's really, well, I guess if I get to play Uncharted before, I'm looking forward to playing that. But the thing is actually, and I enjoy doing the Call of Duty stuff, but it's actually not necessarily the streams that I enjoy the most in that way. Like,
yeah,
I think it's hard because sometimes it's not the game you like. The fact that I like GTA, but the fact that it's that and it's, you know, fucking Yoga Ball and stuff like that. And I loved Gone Home. It's my second favorite game of the year last year. Actually, if that was the thing that changed last year. Like if I had to vote now for best game yet last year, that would have been number 2, beating Tomb Raider and Resogun. But that was a moment that I thought the game was going to be great, but I didn't think that that was going to be the moment, you know? It's sort of when you don't know.
Yeah. Indian Cobra has a question for you, Nick.
Yes.
I think you can probably guess the nature of it.
How are the trophies?
What is your favorite trophy of the year?
I actually really like. I don't know if it's my favorite trophy of the year, and I don't really have favorite trophies. But a moment that I really liked was actually one I just talked about, where getting that double headshot in Far Cry. Where I was
surprise trophy.
It was it was one of the last outposts I did, which is one of my favorite parts of Far Cry, and it sort of didn't work. I actually got that outpost. I think I actually have the whole thing as a video.
What about the Destiny Platinum?
True, probably that would be it.
Thank you, Sandclip.
But I would say that getting the flawless gold trophy was more than actually getting the platinum, which I got at the same time. Yeah. But doing that Far Cry thing is really what I love about trophies, where I was playing that, I managed to get that whole thing without getting discovered, but it was sort of not acting how I wanted to. I was having a little bit problems with that outpost still, even though it ended up, you know. And then getting that lined up with a double headshot, and then getting a trophy that popped up that was like, you got a trophy for that, and it was like silver or something, or gold. That was really awesome. That's what I love about trophies, about something happens and you sort of get rewarded for it. But yeah, the flawless Destiny, I wish we could have done that on stream. Finally getting the flawless after so many attempts of hitting bugs and then getting it was really, really cool.
I don't really know what's happening in the chat right now. Sendclip, are you all capsing at me?
No yelling, please.
No. Chat is so loud. Okay, you're doing perfectly.
Number 6.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get higher than that. That's the way I've been playing. No, Sendclip wasn't yelling at me in the chat, he was yelling at you for selecting a Far Cry 4 trophy before the Destiny trophy.
That's true. But that's the thing.
He's losing faith in you.
I'm playing a game. That's the thing about and why some of the streams that are my favorite games are not the favorite streams, because it's like it's hard to focus sometimes and you know all that stuff. But yeah, for sure the other one is better. But that was just because we just had it, and that reminded me of like a really cool moment of getting that.
Yeah.
But for sure. I was also thinking in stream, sort of that wasn't what was being asked, but I guess the other one wasn't in the stream. But that's what I'm thinking now. Favorite trophy in the stream. Wasn't that what Coburn asked it? Or was it just overall favorite trophy?
Just favorite trophy of the year. It was just a way of weaseling in his question of the day.
Yes.
But
how we're doing on time. I actually feel like I want to go back and play another Grand Prix and see if we can play. I want to make sure it's some different levels that we haven't played.
Yeah, sure.
And then remember to come back tomorrow when we're going to be playing.
And Indian Corbin is asking in the chat, so now that the year is almost over, who do you think won the console war this year, Sony or Microsoft? I think let's hang on to that question until tomorrow or one of the other days. Where we'll give our expert opinion on something that's not quantifiable, really.
Well, that's the thing, like one way of looking at it is very easy to decide then, like who sold the most, but that's sort of not an argument then. Then it's just looking at some stats. Alright, I guess I'll play with this guy. That wasn't what I wanted actually, but oh well. Nice circuit. Oh shit, Milan was fun. Why haven't we played? I'll do this one.
Sendclip is mentioning a live stream moment that he really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I like Dóri moment when he was playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PC when he said, this sniper scope sucks, and then he kills 3 players within 15 seconds. Well, it was a shitty scope, but I would have gotten 4!
Yeah, I was watching that from home, trying to give you tips in the chat.
Yeah, but I think the next time we play Call of
Duty... It's actually been like 3 or 4 streams now with Destiny and Call of Duty where I've been like, texting Solfin and Lasse, and I was like, hey, like, do you want to Skype me in? And then we haven't been able to get it to work. Where I've been like at home or on a trip and trying to get in a stream to give you tips. But yeah, we should. I feel like
the next time I'll be playing on the PC, and you will be coaching, doing callouts of the minimap because I don't look at that.
It's that's one thing. Like you need to look at your minimap, but I think it's more like knowing like what weapons work with what, and like what perks, and the same goes for Destiny. I think some things there would be fun to play. I also want to do more co-op in general, but it is true, it's hard to look at the chat if you're playing, so then we sort of need to be 3 people, and that's really hard. But yeah, I think it's fun doing co-op. And I mean, again, that's another reason why something like Destiny has been a lot of fun for me.
I mean, we could also do a split screen on Call of Duty on the PC. Just give you an Xbox controller.
Sure. Actually, that reminds me of a moment I really liked this year as well, where we were playing Titanfall. And we're playing on the PC. And me and Thomas were switching.
Oh, yeah.
And I did fairly well with the controller, even though people were using mouse and keyboard. That was fun. And seeing Thomas be impressed with that was nice. Oh, and that even better. Remember the Forza thing? Was that last year?
I think that was last year. Yeah. However, that is still a great moment.
Yeah, we were playing Forza. He reviewed Forza. That was.
And I mean, was his
motorsport last year.
That is his genre.
Yeah, exactly. Games. He was reviewing it. He was the racing car guy in Denmark. I play him sometimes, so it's not like I haven't played racing games. But he was the expert. Oh, and yeah, he was playing most of the stream, and then we sort of decided on stream to do a time challenge. I think we did 2 or 3 or something. But I ended up beating him. And it was actually, you knew before it was even over, I beat him quite a bit. And then I just dropped the controller and left with 1 minute left of the stream. And then the end shot is just Thomas with his head, with his face in his hands, like, oh no, it was amazing.
Cypher is asking, GR, are you streaming next week? Well, that's kind of up to you.
And Solvin.
Yeah. Because you're going to be the only 2 guys in the office.
Yeah, Solvin has taken Tuesday off, but at the moment he hasn't taken Monday off. So we might do something Monday, I don't know. But that's why I might do something like Minecraft. It's a little bit more to run if you want to do it live, but we could do some videos maybe. We'll see.
I mean, we can just set it up so you just need to press.
Yeah, but then
the
thing we're recording is I would bring it home and then wouldn't have to come into the office and do it.
Yeah. And then when things crash and stuff,
I just call you.
We'll just have our phones off. Ha! It's just because I did that as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really want to do okay, so what I'm looking most forward to, if it can happen, would be to play Nintendo 64 retro stream. Play Mario Kart, play Mario Tennis, play Banjo-Kazooie single player, and play Perfect Dark.
Yeah,
I mean, then I would wreck you all.
I'm sure. I don't know with what hand and what end to hold a Nintendo 64 controller.
Actually, holding that recently, it feels weird, but I have never been better at games than I was. Well, I guess it was you only played your friends, and they were not as good as me.
You're sure that it's not just...
No, but there were no like online stuff.
Selective memory talking?
No. I remember I posted a thing about it actually last year on Facebook, and a friend of mine was like, "Oh yeah, I remember I killed you once in Perfect Dark." Like the whole time we played that game through, like over a year, he killed me once. And some of my cousin's friends left when I came over because they knew we were going to play Perfect Dark and Mario Kart.
Yeah, the only thing about that is it needs some creative hardware solutions by me to actually get that into the stream computer.
Yeah,
because
unless we want to like film it with the camera off.
Yeah, we don't want to do that because our current hardware setup only supports 720p and up inputs for some inexplicable reason. But I'm sure
homework for the Christmas break.
Yeah, I'm sure we have a capture card lying around that we're not using anymore that upscales or something.
Yeah.
Like one of the Elgatos or something.
Yeah.
I'll work on it. And then of course we also have The Xbox One, the original Xbox.
Yeah, I've actually listened
in a case with all the games that released with that.
I've actually listened to old video game podcasts recently. I mentioned it on another stream, like old E3s, where I was like, I wasn't really that into the business, and so it's been fun listening to the coverage of that and how I remember that and what happened in like my first E3 and stuff. And there they actually talk about the first Xbox and called it the Xbox One, and I got really confused for 5 minutes, where I was like, wait, what? The Xbox One wasn't, and then I was like, oh, it's the original Xbox. That's like, that was called Xbox One back then. So.
Oh, Indian Copeland with a landmine of a question. So Nick and Dóri, who is your favorite viewer of the year? You are crazy if you think that I can choose a favorite between all you guys. Friends. They're all my favorite. Especially you.
Yeah, you, right.
And you?
No, not him.
No, you though.
Actually, another favorite stream moment of mine was recently. Now we talk about Indian Copen. Was putting up that sign in Minecraft with Indian Copen being
Robin.
Yeah, and then standing next to the sign at the end of the stream and him not seeing it. That was fun. How are we doing on time? I have time for 1 minute.
8 minutes.
Can I finish it in 2 races in 8 minutes? That was a lot of fun. And generally, I think most of the fun moments has been the stuff where, like, whether it's gone home, where it's sort of just people watching, but still feeling like you share it, or general like multiplayer stuff is generally the most fun. Yeah. I love when we play with the viewers.
Yeah, either playing with the viewers or when we actually get 4 people sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
Like I know that you didn't quite enjoy it, but I really loved the 4-player couch co-op stream that we did last time with Screen Sheet and Towerful Ascension, Needhug. Didn't we do Needhug?
Yeah, but that is a game I absolutely hate.
Needhug?
Yeah, and you love it.
I mean, it's my game of the year, basically.
So, I thought it was fun the first 5 minutes, and then I was like, all right.
It just gets better and better.
That actually reminds me, Tanya was like afterwards, like, what games were that? That was some weird games. I was like, yeah, Dóri picked them, so.
That happens. I really like this music. It reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, in the first by Princess Peach.
Mini Peach, I think it was even.
It was a Mini Peach?
Yeah, so Mini Peach wrecked Mini Mario. But
yeah, that's why I didn't recognize that it was Mini Peach, because I didn't realize you were Mini Mario.
I actually really enjoyed the last time we played Mario Kart as well. Do you remember that? With the Renzo?
Yeah.
Even though it was really frustrating.
Yeah, he was beating us with one hand and then playing the guitar with the other.
I hate like excuses, but we were playing with like shitty controllers. Especially that like Wiimote thing, but oh my god, my allergies are going nuts right now. But yeah, the guitar thing was really awesome.
Most annoying question of the year, asked by Sanclip here in the chat. I think I would have to go with any prizes today?
Yeah, I think even worse is like it's more when it's like, I think the one that's annoyed me, I get like it's more of a like timing and stuff. If it's people who are here the whole time and here every day when it's not prizes, I'm not annoyed when it's not. But I think there was one guy who showed up one time where it's like, are there any prizes today? And then someone was like, no, and then he left.
Yeah, I know that's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to stress that because I don't mind people asking if there's prizes or what was the question or whatever. It's just it's more fun when it feels like people actually want to be here instead of when it's just like, oh, can we win something?
Yeah. Engine Corbin says he still has video footage of Nick admitting that he is Batman, if anyone is interested.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, he has the documents.
Yeah, well, that's easy to say without providing the information.
He has the documents.
I call Photoshop. I hope the stream crashes now. Because Lasse went to the bathroom or something.
No, he's talking on the phone. Maybe it's already crashed. We just go home.
Oh! Inception! Didn't we have a moment where it crashed or went black or something right when I had it? Oh, I think that was during the Call of Duty stream actually. Yeah, it was. Where people had to guess like my kills or something, and I'd done terribly the round before. And then people guessed, and they guessed like okay on that one, and then the next one they guessed really low. And then something happened with streams. There was like a blackout for it was buffering for like 15 seconds, and then I'd done really great that round. I was like 5 hours into that stream.
Oh snap!
Can we make it here? Nope.
Nope.
Too late.
Have you tried Sonic All-Star Racing?
Yeah. Is that like, it's not one that came out in the last couple of months, right?
No.
I played it, yeah, I think it was free on PlayStation Plus at one point. I see that it's what they're going for and similar and all that stuff, but it's not close enough for me. I think Lee really liked it, but it's just one of the things with Mario Kart, of course it helps that I was a Nintendo kid. Like I was pretty much the Nintendo 64 kid, except that that's not how I got the Nintendo 64, but so having the Nintendo characters matters, but it's just not as tight, and that's the thing for me with something like Call of Duty and Destiny that matters a lot is I feel like controls are so tight, and that's just so important, you know. I feel like, you know, gameplay is king. So, what about you?
No.
Seeing PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale happen actually really made me want to have a racing version of that, because I am more of a Mario Kart than a Super Smash Bros. Guy. So I enjoyed that.
And
game.
I mean, it would fit if there's like an Uncharted karting game before they come out with Uncharted 4.
But yeah, but they already broke it. It was Crash 1, 2, 3, and then Crash Racing, then Daxter 1, 2, 3, and then Racing, and then Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and then Last of Us. So, unless there's Last of Us mini game in there somewhere that's a racing.
No. I don't count the Last of Us in that because it is within a franchise.
Okay, I still think
that's how I look at it. So an Uncharted karting game.
But I still, again, the idea of having multiple characters. I would even prefer one that was like multi-platform, that had Nintendo and Sony and, you know, Tomb Raider in there, and you know, all the characters that you love. I like that idea. I just choked this. But I think it's pretty perfect timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're joining late, go watch the replay. The GRTV Game of the Year runner-up, number 5, Mario Kart 8 on Wii U.
Yeah, and do you want to put your fingerprint on here? We can read up that from the bottom.
Do that.
Top 10 and up.
The magic. So number 10, Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. Highly recommend it. It's free if you're wondering, so you can try it out for free.
And then number 9 was Titanfall.
Yes. Number 8, Forza Horizon 2.
Number 7, Destiny.
Number 6.
Why only 7?
Yeah. We go. Number 6, Valiant Hearts, The Great War.
Yes.
And then today, number 5,
Mario Kart. Tune in tomorrow to see the number 4 game.
Number 4? No, we're not going to spoil it.
No, we're not going to say that. So, Game of the Year, top 4. Join in tomorrow, see that. We'll have more clips from editors talking about their personal favorites of the year. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you on the flip side, guys.